Today it's Jonah 2, verse 2. It says, He said, In my distress, I called to the Lord, and he answered me. From deep in the realm of the dead, I called for help, and you listened to my cry. That was Jonah 2. Jonah didn't pray when everything was going right. He prayed when he hit rock bottom. Inside the belly of that fish, cut off, uncomfortable, and probably scared out of his mind. That's where he finally turned back to God. In life until they're in a mess before they look up. But here's the powerful part. God still answered him, even after Jonah ran, even after he ignored the calling, even after he went the opposite direction. That tells you something important this morning. You are never too far gone to call on God. Maybe you've been avoiding something you know you're supposed to do. Maybe you've been running from responsibility, from truth, or even from God himself. But just like Jonah, the moment you turn back and go, he hears you. Not when you're perfect, not when you've got it all together, but right there in the middle of your mess. So today, don't wait for the perfect moment. If you need help, guidance, or a reset, call on him now. Because even in your lowest place, God still listens. This 7 a.m. scripture is brought to you by Trey Collins Construction and Trucking Company. That's 580-236-9295.
The king left Tuesday, so there was nobody out there for Oran Jackson to go protest with.
Yeah,
the job was done.
Good morning, McCurran County. This is Oran Jackson and Micah Frazier live on 259 Morning Show, Friday Eve. What's up, Micah? Good morning.
What's going on? It is Thursday, Friday Eve, as you mentioned, and we got a heck of a show for you. Hope you stay tuned. Hope you're up. I'm amped today. Amped. For some reason, I woke up this morning and it's just like, today is a great day to have a great day.
That's right.
So for everybody out there, get your request in 286-6642. It's Friday Eve. Finish up those meetings. Finish up those calls you need to make. Finish up everything you need and let tomorrow be your just gateway to sailing into the weekend. So got to talk about it. David Allen Coe passed away yesterday.
R.I.P.
So
should we play one of his bangers?
Yeah, play me. There's only a few we could probably play on here. You Never Even Call Me by My Name. Let's play that. This one's for David Allen Coe. Little did you know, a lot of people don't know, he's the one who originally wrote Tennessee Whiskey and sang it first before George Jones and before, of course, the one everybody knows, Chris Stapleton. So he was a songwriter and everything, and he played piano, all that good stuff. So here's David Allen Coe. You Never Even Call Me by My Name.
baby.
That was David Allen Coe. Rest in peace. You never even called me by my name. And there's a couple more bangers we're going to play of his throughout the show, so stay tuned for that. And we got to talk about this. Okay, so back in 2023, a man here's mixed reviews. What do you think about vigilantes that take the law into their own hands?
Like Batman.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, that's what this guy was trying to do.
Uh-oh.
So this guy, James Lewis Spencer III, a man in his early 20s, was arrested in January of 2024 and charged with moida, all right, for the 2023 slaying of a registered sex offender for whom James Spencer posed as a minor and lured him to a meeting and shot and killed the guy.
Wait. What's his name?
James Lewis Spencer III.
That sounds like a vigilante type of name.
So the case drew attention because authorities described it as a possible vigilante-style incident targeting a registered sex offender. Mixed reviews on that. Do you uphold the law, or is this just the thing about America is we put so much on God's shoulder. We claim that what is it? The money said, "In God we trust." And in some incidents, how do we know this just isn't his work being done? Stuff happened to people in the Bible, right? Like there were people like slain, the flood, everything, Revelations, all that stuff. You mean to tell me this couldn't be a modern day, like, hey, that guy is still at it, trying to meet young kids, and he just, sending one of his angels to rectify the situation.
So this guy lured in a sex offender.
Yes.
Imposing as a minor.
Yeah. And killed him.
Oh wow.
So
is he going to jail for that?
Yeah, he's let's see. I want to say it's still under investigation. Yeah, I don't see any okay, so this right now he's just being charged, so I don't see any what he was sentenced to or anything like that. So he's probably still pending trial. But what do you think, chat? What do y'all think out there in Radio Land? 286-6642. You can also text that number. But I mean, do you uphold the law here? I mean, how do you feel about it? We got to uphold the law. The guy is going to jail for what he did. But, there's such a thing as I don't agree with it, but I understand it. And who knows? Maybe there's something deeper. Maybe he was assaulted as a young kid or something. And maybe this was his way of getting back to whoever did that to him. Who knows? But let us know in the chat. We got more country music coming up for you, and we've got some more questions that need answers from our audience, whether online or on the radio. So it's a beautiful Thursday out there. Watch out for traffic. Don't speed. Leave early. Give yourself enough time, and have a beautiful Thursday. Here we got Should Have Been a Cowboy by the one and only Toby Keith.
Oh, I think he did God's work. You think killing people is God's work?
I mean, that's what I mean. God slayed people, bro.
Oh!
The flood. He flooded the earth because the world was getting too bad. So you mean to tell me this isn't this couldn't be, it's out of the question if it's a modern day, like, wrath from God? See, we live by the laws of the land, of which the laws were created by people we never knew hundreds of years ago, who put on our money in God we trust. But how do we know this wasn't God? If you believe in God, you got to know that he works in mysterious ways. You ever just, something happened and just went your way, and you're like, look at God, man. A deadline, was coming up, and this, Christmas gift or whatever, something didn't come in, you needed it on time, and boom, it was there on time. something.
Yeah, I said we start executing those people.
No, we're living in Revelations.
People like that just aren't fit for society.
Like,
and we shouldn't be sending them to jail. We should start executing them.
Revelations is the perfect example. Like,
people have been saying we're living in Revelations for like 100 years.
It's getting closer though. As being a kid and like, you know, I've been on this earth 37 years and seeing 3 decades go by, going on my 4th, yeah, things have gotten a lot worse. And so I remember talking about that, like preachers, the time is drawing near, the day is drawing near, no one knows the hour, the minute, nor the second, when it happens, but it's coming. And I used to laugh at that too, but 3 decades, man. Going on my 4th.
KBEL. Good morning.
Yes, I am 37. Well, thank you very much. The Bible doesn't indicate how long Revelations will last. Exactly. Pray for me. I'm going to the Braves game today. My husband always gets into arguments at games. All right, we'll pray that your husband wins. And the Braves. It lasts until the end of, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's so intense. Agree. The offender would have got his own karma without assistance. Morning.
Yobson, yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah, you too. She said that God wants us to uphold the law and that he was not right for killing that child molester. That's what Billie Jean Carter said.
That's what Billie Jean says.
Not me.
Interesting. I get it.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna have different answers.
Turn your cheek, I guess.
Yeah. That should have been a Cowboy by the one and only Toby Keith. And I made a video on TikTok yesterday. We got some mixed reviews on the the guy who slayed the registered offender down in Houston a couple of years, 3 years ago. And everybody's gonna have different views. There's no wrong answer. It's just kind of what's your take on that? Here's another: people who demonize alcohol. Like I totally get it if you don't drink for your personal reasons. If you just don't want to drink, there's no beer pressure. I understand that past experiences, how people grew up because of alcoholism and stuff. I totally understand that. I totally understand how it's a slippery slope with alcoholism. But that's what I mean is they demonize that because of those experiences, which rightfully so. But there was a video of Ella Langley at Stagecoach this past weekend where she tipped a mini bottle, the ones you get on the airplanes, the little mini bottles of Jack Daniels. And the whole comments on Facebook was like ripping her, roasting her, talking about, oh, what a great role model, drinking on stage in front of, yeah, I don't know how old she is, but she's got to be, if she's 21 or over, yeah, she can have a drink. It's a concert. It's a country concert. First of all, I urge you to find one adult out there that is not drinking. You'll have to, it's like finding Waldo. It's going to be hard to find because you look at any concert now, you can have a beer. And that's the problem. People who can't just have a beer or have one drink and totally manage their alcohol, they demonize alcohol because they can't. And so, first of all, Ella Langley has done nothing to anybody as far as I know. Like, you really got to try to dislike Ella Langley. She's coming out with bangers left and right, but it was crazy to see people actually hating on her for a change. I've seen nothing online, but good mix, good reviews of the music. She's bringing back the old women's country vibe and stuff. But for once, it was like women and men of all ages just oh, what a great role model. She's drinking on stage. And then that's when she brought out what is it, Theo Vaughn. And apparently Theo Vaughn has recovery of alcoholism, so whatever. And they were like, she Vaughn is trying to, how would she do that? Bring Theo, like that's his vice to worry about. That's not hers. And that's what I mean. Like everybody puts that Uncle Jed alcoholic all years, and they seen him at his stuff. They put on somebody they see drinking. Who Oran Jackson next year? This time next year, you'll be able to drink if you wanted to. And I mean, can you imagine? You like you just want to try. Like you've never, if you never had. I'm sure Oran Jackson has never had an alcoholic drink. Wink, wink. And but if you wanted to, like, can you imagine somebody's like, oh, look at Jackson over there, just gonna be just like that. Be a bum. Is gonna be a drunk. Look at him. Like, no. I mean, people can manage their alcohol. Like, that's what do you think? And there's no wrong answer. I understand if you grew up a certain way and with alcoholism in the family, and if it's still struggling with it, whatever. I totally get that. What I'm saying is, don't demonize it. Don't put those things on other people, those vices on other people, because we're all not the same.
Those are usually drunks themselves when they're hating.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, just because they couldn't handle it, they were, they're sober. And so they quit drinking because they were the ones that went hard at the parties in college and got their 5th DUI. And now they don't have a license, and stuff like that. They're the main ones that's like, oh, they're drinking, man. They're gonna go down. You don't
want to end up like me.
Yeah, like that. But it's more like they put themselves on you. Like you're just now going to be 21 next year, and somebody my age will be like, wow, man, I done been through rehab and all. I don't have a license. It ruined my life. Don't do it. And I get it. Like, hey, stay. It's a
quit trauma dumping,
like, bro, he's having a beer for crying out loud. It's his birthday. Let the man have it. Let him buy his own. Like, I think every man should do that. You turn 21, you should be able to go buy you a bottle of something, or a 12-pack or a 6-pack or whatever have you, just to say you did it. Let us know what you think in the chat, or give us a call, 286-6642. You're listening to 96.7 KBEL. We got your Owen Network coming up next, right after Glenn Campbell with Galveston. Good morning, Cassie. How are you? It says the purge, the evil. You prefer sourdough or guilt? Bro, you about got me, Fluffy.
Team LL might have a beer for breakfast. No! Don't have beer for breakfast. I know what that does to you, dude. I've been a recovering alcoholic.
And then you look at, there's a video I watched. This guy, he takes his grandpa out to go fishing and stuff like that. And they end up at the pub. And grandpa just wants one beer. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, just like, and at the end of it, he's like, I'm glad you took me out today. Like,
what's up, Casey?
What's up, Kathy Johnson?
Cassie.
What's up, Khadijah? Yeah, it's illegal until you're 21. Or until you get caught.
Micah looking smexy with the new haircut.
All right, appreciate you.
By the way, mics have been dropped. Bro, what is up?
I wish I could request a song. Request one. You should be in church right now praying to the Almighty but you're at work or you're on TikTok. So you could say that you're putting TikTok before God. So.
She's gonna by herself today. For y'all going to y'all's jobs instead of going out and spreading the word of Jesus.
Cassie says, "Yum, alcohol. I wish." Exactly, perfect example. I mean, it's just like some people. I mean, some people don't do that. It's the ones who just demonize it. Some people know they. Nah, I don't need drink. You know, then they're fine. You can go ahead. That's fine.
That was Galveston by the one and only Glenn Campbell. Thank you so much for that request. And it's currently 56 degrees out there in McCarran County. It's going to be a great day. It was sunny skies this morning.
Yes, sir. Let's try this again. I need somebody to call in. I'm trying to give away a free meal to Rona's Italian Restaurant and Pizza. Rhea. 286-6642. All you got to do is answer these rapid fire questions. 5 questions, fact or fiction. And if you get 3 out of 5 right, you win. You win. Oran Jackson still tied at his 3 out of 5. We got 2 people that's got 4 out of 5. I'm looking for somebody that can go all the way 5 out of 5. Let's go. Good morning. You're live on 259 with Oran Jackson and Micah Frazier. What up? Who we got on the phone? Dub D. All right. Let's go. You here to do the fire question or rapid fire questions? All right. You know how it works. You ever seen a Family Feud? You know, at the end where, you know, they got 25 seconds to answer all those questions. It's just like that, except it's just fact or fiction. I'm going to say fact or fiction. Read the question. And you just say fact or fiction. All right. So you got a 50-50 chance either way. All you got to do is get 3 out of 5. All right, Dub D, are you ready? All right, question 1. Fact or fiction, a day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. Question 2. Fact or fiction, it rains diamonds on Jupiter and Saturn. Question 3. Fact or fiction, cats can't taste sweetness. Question 4. The shortest commercial flight in the world lasts only 57 seconds. Question 5. Fact or fiction, the human nose can detect over 1 trillion different scents. All right, that's all 5 questions. How do you think you did? Yeah, they're kind of, you know, some of them, they start making sense. And you're like, well, I done said fact twice. This got to be, you know, it kind of makes you second guess yourself. So let's go right here. Here's the answers. We said a day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. You said fiction. That is indeed a fact. Now, this is according to ChatGPT. So, you know, we'll take that with a... It says Venus rotates slowly, so a day of a rotation period is longer than it takes than its yearly orbital period. So that means it's going around the sun faster this way than it's turning. So it's not making a full turn by the time it passes the sun fully around.
I still don't get it.
So you're at 0-1. Question 2, it rains diamonds on Jupiter and Saturn. You said fact. That was correct. The extreme pressures and temperatures on Jupiter and Saturn can create conditions where diamonds form into the atmosphere. Question 3, cats can't taste sweetness. You said that is a fact. That is correct. Cats lack taste receptors for sweetness. So you're 2 out of 3 right now. Doing good. Rolling on all cylinders. Question 4. The shortest commercial flight in the world lasts only 57 seconds. You said that was a fact. That was correct.
Ooh.
The flight between West Tray and Papa West Tray in the Orkney Islands lasts only 57 seconds. So you're 3 out of 4 right now. So you've already won the prize, but can you get to that top tier level of 4 out of 5
Can you
questions?
beat me?
Oran Jackson is stuck at the 3 out of 5. Your 5th question: the human nose can detect over 1 trillion different scents. You said that was fiction. That was incorrect. It is indeed a fact. Recent studies show humans can detect a far greater range of scents than previously believed. So, Dub D.
Yeah, trillion. Like who counted?
Who counted? How many smells are there? Like, I know like 10 smells: pizza, tacos, spaghetti, burgers, and cologne. Like, all right, Dubby. Well, you got the free meal from Roma's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria. So just let us know when you come on down and pick it up. Okay. Just let us know. All right. We can surely do that for you. All right. All right. You do the same, sir. All right. Dub D, 3 out of 5. I was shortest flight. I was like, I wouldn't believe that. But I think he chanced on that 50-second flight. Can you imagine that?
Well, that was true?
Yeah, that was true.
A 50-second.
57-second.
Wow.
Like, so, fellas, don't let her say nothing bad about you anymore. That you get longer than a flight. You like you do your thing, big dog.
Someone said, "How the heck is 1 day longer than a year?" It doesn't make any sense.
Well, see, the Earth is orbiting apparently to NASA. You know, the Earth is doing this.
Mm-hmm.
These are the days, but this is the sun. This is your year. So it spins 365 times.
Oh, okay.
So what it's saying is it's orbiting, but it's not making a full 360 by the time it goes around the sun. So it stays like this. It doesn't go all the way back.
Mm.
So that's why so it may just be like this by the time it crosses the Earth or orbits around the sun. So if you really got to be looking at this demonstration. I'm Bill Nye, the science guy right now. I'm just, picture this. This is the Earth going around the sun. I mean, that's 365 times. It's saying it doesn't even do one time before it comes back around the sun. So that's your science for the day. Congratulations, Big Dub D. And we may be able to give those tickets out to our next caller. You got to stay tuned. You're listening to 96.7 KBEL with Oran Jackson and Micah Frazier. Hello from Ada, Oklahoma.
What up?
Mo What up? I got family in Ada, Oklahoma. Imagine living there and saying you'll meet up at.
Longer than a flight.
It's crazy that you have to explain that. I had to think about it. Why like, how is that even possible? But then, I had to go back to science class. Mic check. It's still. Hey, it said the mic's still dropping out. Kanisha, you got 5 out of 5. I'm going to write this question down for future reference. Yeah, Mike. We played some. We're gonna play some more David Allen Coe. Good morning, 96.7 KBEL. Excuse me? Yeah, Idabel's first, 96.7 KBEL. He sold it. Micah Frazier. Oh, yeah. It's a rapid fire question. It's a fact or fiction. Basically, I just ask you 5 random questions. They're either fact or fiction. It's kind of like Family Feud. You know, you ever watch Family Feud? And at the end, you know, they got to answer those 5 questions at the end in like 25 seconds. It's kind of like that. I just say, you know, fact or fiction, ask you the question, you tell me the answer, what you think, and then I go through all 5 of them. And all you got to do is get 3 out of 5 right to get the prize. The pizzeria, it's Roma's over there by as soon as you're leaving out of there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we appreciate it. Yeah, we do that at 7:30. All right, no problem. You do the same. Bye.
Y'all ever had snow in May?
Jay Wesley Lindley, what up, big dog? Says the best line on the radio today. If you're a 1 minute man, don't worry, you're longer than a flight. I was gonna try to say it. I was like, I don't know if I can say that on the radio. Yeah, so fellas, don't make her feel like you're less than. You were longer than a flight, big dog. I've delivered stuff to the daughter's house here in Montgomery, Texas. I met him a few times. Nice. That caller is rapid firing my. So let me get David Allen Cole, Jack Daniels, please. That was Ain't Nothing About You That Don't Do Something For Me. That's love music right there. Shout out to Jay Lindley out there watching us on the Facebook. Don't forget to download our new app. That, you know, if you're traveling or you're working at this time and stuff, but you can put a earpiece in, or you can just put it on somewhere that maybe you don't have a radio, maybe you just got your Bluetooth speaker or something, you can listen to live on Twitter.
Yeah, no, I'll be in the gym. I'm listening to that.
Exactly.
Plugging my headphones, country music.
The weather the other day, I was listening to the weather updates during the whole storms and could have been a tornado and stuff, tornado warnings and stuff. Perfect for the app. You know, everybody's got their phone on. The one thing I used to do, like when this was years ago, was I realized I didn't have a freaking radio in my house. So, you know, when the storm would come, I knew to listen to 106.1 KKBI. And it was like I had to go sit in the car out in the elements and stuff. So that was a wake. It was like, you know, they always say be prepared. I was not prepared that time. And that just so happened to be the 2022 tornado that come through here in Idabel. So always be prepared, folks. But don't get that app. It's awesome. And the more we do with it, the more we learn and how to expand it and stuff, it's only going to get better. As you know, David Allen Cole passed away yesterday. And, you know, the country music world is shocked. So here is, if you're having to deal with it and you're not demonizing alcohol, here's David Allen Cole with Jack Daniels, if you please. Good morning, Mike Zinker. It's snowing on me right now. Kason, you in California yet?
Colorado,
yeah. What up, ENYC? Yeah, she said, so who are you? And I was like, I'm Mike Frazier. She was like, what happened to Dave? It's like, he sold the deal. Oh, well, I ain't been on the radio in a long time. Like, what was that deal you just did? Like,
who was it, a girl or a guy?
It was an older woman. She remembered before Dave. She remembered the old owner.
Oh, she say like Rod?
Yeah. And she was like, She just now where was that restaurant that she calls? Oh, Roma's down. Oh, okay, I know where that's at. Well, we really like Dave, but we'll give you a shot. All right,
Hello, wait. Morning, guys. You should get a package from Truth Inspired Radio today. Let's go.
I appreciate you. Hello from Morocco. Good morning. Hope you have a wonderful day. Appreciate you too. Appreciate the like, Michael Boyer. All right. Colorado just started this long haul. All right. Hey, be careful, brother. Hello. Hello from Indonesia. Good morning. So there's this guy. Would you pay somebody to show you who has won big in Vegas constantly? Would you pay them to show you the machines that they play? Good morning. You're live on 259 with Oran Jackson and Micah Frazier. Let me see right here. I've seen it a while ago.
He was 86.
86 years old. You're welcome. You have a great day. And now it's time for your Micah's now it's time for your Micah's Man Up moment here on this beautiful Thursday. It's Friday Eve. And Oran Jackson, you ever notice how everything goes much smoother when you just stay in your lane?
Yeah, I do realize that.
If you go down the highway, if you go off into the ditch or in the, whatever, you don't get as far. You stay in that one lane and, you go further, right? Not swerving around into anybody and everybody else's business or lane. Not comparing your journey to someone else's highlight reel. Just focus on your road. Most frustration comes out of trying to control things that it's never ours to control anyway. Somebody else's choices, somebody else's success, somebody else's pace. That's not your lane. How many times have you been in the gym and like somebody's worried about what Oran Jackson's got going on?
Never.
So everybody just kind of stays in their own, because there's a deal like, are you done with, you see on TikTok, you done with the bench, bro? Like, you done? Like, nah, let them work out. Like, go find something else and then we can come back over. Well, that's good to hear because I was finna show up. I was just had to be a bodyguard for Oran Jackson at the gym. Like, hey, leave the man alone. He's got 2 more sets.
He said he's not done.
But, stay in your own lane. That's your effort, your attitude, your consistency. As they say, don't worry about whether the grass is greener on the other side. You never have to worry about that if you water your own lawn. So with that, you need to lock in. Stop worrying about everybody else's stuff. Stop worrying about what they got going on. And whatever it is, if they're more successful, if they're further along than you are, that's because they started this journey a lot earlier than you did. So somebody in the gym right now might be looking at Oran Jackson putting up 500, 550, easily.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I could never do that. Like, nah, Oran Jackson just started along. Like, this is your first day in the gym.
I've been locked in for the past year, buddy.
Yeah. So
don't take it personal.
Yeah, don't take it personal. Like, don't look at yourself on day one and see him on 365. Like,
exactly.
It's an effort. So you got to stay in your lane and make sure that you're showing up to the gym. Make sure you're doing everything right and not cheating yourself and quitting when you could do one more, right? You always got to go for the extra effort. But stay in your own lane. You'll go a lot further in life, on the road, and everywhere else. That has been your Micah's Man Up moment today. Don't forget, we got all kinds of country music for you. Call in, get your request in, 286-6642. We got Drink in My Hand by the one and only Eric Church on 96.7 KBEL. I can't stay in my own lane. I've got to have two. Hey, claim both of them.
I'm going to do that 4 lane.
So, back to my original question. Water your own yard and stay in your own lane. I'm going to use those today. Hey, I always tell everybody, and it kind of sounds like a threat online when you say that online, when you just put it in words. It's like, if you mind your own business, you'll live a lot longer. And when you put that online without context, it's kind of like I'm threatening you.
Yeah.
Like, mind your business, and you'll live a lot longer, bro. Like,
or this, like, stay in your lane. That's what you like.
Stay in your lane, bro.
Stay in your lane, cuz. I'm a gang member in a different life.
So, back to my question. There's a guy in Vegas who has won, I'm talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, like big jackpots. He don't play the
What's his name?
dollar. His name's D Lucky Slots on TikTok and Facebook. And I watch his videos all the time. He's got people that pay him right now. It's $1,750 for the D Lucky experience. 30 minutes to kind of give you an insight of what he looks for in gambling and the machines the games he plays and what he looks for, this and that. You get like a little swag bag and, I guess a picture with him and stuff like that. And you have to bring at least $1,000 to gamble for this experience. Would you do that? Because there's some people have won $100,000 with him showing them the right machine.
Oh, dude, yes, I've seen this guy.
Yeah.
I swear they win almost like every time. So.
Yeah. And of course, there's some loot. I've seen some. He's like, "Oh, that's the end of your experience." Yeah. But then I think he gives them their money. Like he'll be like, "Well, I'm gonna give you $200," and then they'll get a bonus, and then they win $8,000, $10,000.
Yeah.
So would y'all do that, or would y'all just take the $7? In my head, I was like, "Well, I've gambled enough. I think I could. I think I could hit on the $1,750 that I'm paying you." But what do y'all think? Would y'all do that? If you were going to Vegas, like there's video, this guy has like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Talking about that was Drink in My Hand, and if you're heading down to Vegas anytime soon and out there losing on them slots, you might need a drink in your hand at that point. So we're talking about online. There's a guy I follow on Facebook and TikTok and stuff. His name is D Lucky Slots. And he charges people. He's a gambler in Vegas who wins these big jackpots. Like he don't play, it's the high limit rolls. He plays $50+ to spin, $100 up to $500, up to $1,000 to spin. And there's videos of him like winning hundreds of thousands of dollars and stuff, 80,000, 60,000, And now he has he's had it for a while. I don't know when he started it, but my question is, he charges $1,750 for the D-Lucky experience. It's 30 minutes of him giving you insights of what he looks for in machines and when to take your money out, when to cash out. He does say, like, within the first few minutes, if the machine doesn't, the machines are, if they're going to jackpot, they're going to do it within the first few minutes. So, a lot of gamblers, they chase it. They put more money in, keep feeding it. There's people I've seen stay on a machine for over an hour. Keep feeding it because it's going to pay. It's going to eventually, he kind of gives you insights on that. You get a little swag bag and a picture with him. And of course, you get to be on one of his videos, but you got to bring another $1,000. So pretty much $2,750 at the least. You can bring more if you want, but at least you're spending the $1,750 for his services. And then he's going to take you to one of his machines that he wins on or he likes to play. And you have to bring at least $1,000, and you're betting at least 50 to 100, maybe 250, 500 a spin, depending on how much you brought. And people have won. That, like one guy saying, and a lot of they get on the first spin, like they put their ticket in first spin, and then they win $8,000. And his little, shout out if he's ever watching his little deal, whenever they win, he's like, when the thumb goes up, it's just like that. That's his little phrase or whatever. So my question is, would you do that? It goes back to like stuff. If you like to gamble, that's kind of your deal. Like you want to gamble. If I go to Vegas, I want to gamble. Not like I, do down here where $1.50 here and then like, nah, we going at least 25 a spin. Because I don't want to be there all night. I want to like, hey, let me go see if I can get a bonus and hit 1,500 real quick. If not, okay, let's go do whatever else. So would you do that? Would you pay somebody $1,750 to show you and give you some insights of what he himself looks for? Like I said, he's won over hundreds of thousands of dollars in Vegas. That's basically his what do they call that? That's how he makes a living.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I mean, $1,250. Nah, I'm gonna have to say no. $1,750 just to.
I think I'm a good enough gambler that I would rather take the $1,750 if I'm spending it anyway.
Yeah,
because there's a possibility he guarantees no wins. First of all, he guarantees no wins. It is all luck of draw. It's all. So there's a possibility that you spend that $1,750 for him, and then you spend your $1,000 and you didn't win. There's videos of him just like, well, that's the end of your experience. Thank you for. So for me, it's like, well, if I'm giving this guy $1,750 already, I might as well take that $1,750 and go try it at the slots.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, go try it for myself. And in that, at least, I may drop $500 and then just be like, nah, these ain't hitting. I'm done. But I still have $1,150 or $1,250, to take home, go do something else with. But if you give him all the $1,750, that's all of it. So I kind of think I'm good enough to it's all luck of the draw in the first place anyway. So let us know what you think. 286-6642 chat. What do y'all think? What would you do? Would you rather pay somebody $1,750 to show you, give you some insights on gambling, or would you rather just take that money and try and see if you can make it work yourself? You're listening to 96.7 KBEL, 2 minutes before the top of the hour. Hope you made it to work on time. Hope you made it to school on time. Here is That's My Kind of Night by the one and only Luke Bryan. He's only one big because he bets big. That's what I mean. With $1,750, you can buy everything off Dennis. He said with $1,750, you can buy everything off of Dennis.
That was good. Yeah.
It is 7:58 a.m. over here. Tribal Chief. Back yourself. No, right time. Yeah, right time. I've even seen, like, I watch a lot of them, and they say it's like a time deal from the time you hit the button. Like, there's a motor going, and it's like if you hit the button at the right time, like if you can wait 20 seconds, 10 seconds, or you see those people like trying to stop them. It's a timed deal, so it's a random time of it's really the luck of the draw. Yeah. What are you? How is it 2 minutes to the top of the hour for you, but 10 minutes for you? I'm in Aussie for reference. I have no idea. I just got one now. It's 1 minute. 7:59 a.m. over here. Yeah, I kind of think I'd take my chances. Like I said, I do want to gamble, and I've always told everybody, like, when I go to Vegas, I'm going, like, I may take $2,000, but I'm going, and like I'm at least $50 to spend. If it don't win, it don't win. But I just want to say, yeah, I win. You know, I don't want to be there all night. Like, I'm bringing this money strictly to throw away, and but there's all, you know, if I have the money in my hands and it's like, you know, like I said, I can spend 500 and be like, nah, screw this. I still got $1,250 in my pocket. Kaysen said, look at his story.
Look at his story. On Snap.
I guess. Birdie user, what is RNG?
Let's get to it. I'll look at it, bro.
Because I know he's full frontal about it. You know, there are no guarantees when. I think it would still tick me off if I didn't win anything. Like, if I just pissed. Like, I'd be so mad. Like,
they look pissed too.
Yeah, it's like, don't use my video, bro. That's my count of night. By the one and only Luke Bryan, it is 8:01.
Let me give a quick shout out to Jolene Davis if you're listening. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to Jolene Davis. Hey, play some Jolene. Ooh. This one goes out to you, Jolene Davis. Here's Dolly Parton with Jolene. This got to be. I've never heard anybody else named Jolene. This has got to be the Jolene, and it's her birthday. Dolly is shaking in her boots. Happy birthday, Jolene Davis. The thing is huge. Random number generator. Oh, yeah. Maureen Cameron. Wasn't it Jolene's birthday yesterday? They called in yesterday and said it was today. Like, they'll call in and be like, hey, you know, his birthday is Saturday, or his birthday was yesterday, or, you know, stuff like that. So.
How do you make holy water?
You have to bless it, don't you?
You like boil the hell out of it.
I like that. Okay, another hot topic. I made another video yesterday. When do you think race hits each era?
As early as possible. I saw that.
Yeah, like,
I think as early as possible. You're right.
Because I see, like, I wouldn't hate to start over right now.
Yeah.
Just like I don't know what's going on. Like, my kids grew up in the late 2000s and the 2010s.
Yeah.
And so I've got them figured out. Now it's like, I don't know any baby stuff now. Like, I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go to the Head Start or kindergarten and there's people Oran Jackson's age bringing their kids in there. Like, I don't want to be grandpa. Looking like grandpa. Like,
You don't want to be like 55 when they graduate too.
Yeah.
60 when they
And
graduate.
then like right now is your youth. Like you're in your peak.
Yeah.
To when they get they start playing t-ball or start playing football, like you're active, you're like there's something said to be said about being financially stable and stuff. Yes, I'm not saying just because you're 20 have kids. I'm saying like, and that those are the worst ones. They're like they got nothing going for them and they got 5 kids. Like, bro, you know how that happens, don't you? I've seen somebody ask somebody that and like they was like, oh, he had another baby. He was like, well, he knows how that happens, keeps happening, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That was Jolene going out to the one and only Jolene that stole Dolly Parton's man. Happy birthday, Jolene Davis. So, what age should you be raising your kids? When if you could plan it out, some people don't plan it out.
Mhm.
Some people don't plan at all. But at what age do you think you should be raising your kids? You got people. I know somebody who was 45, I believe, and he had another kid. Like, no, that would be the worst possible thing. Because it's like, bro, you finally you're getting older now. You don't have that same youthful get up and go as you did when you're 20s and stuff. Like,
yeah, no, my dad had me at 27.
Uh-huh.
I'm his youngest, and I think that was pushing it for him.
Yeah,
27.
Just like at some point, we love our kids and stuff, but there's a certain point where you raise your kids, you're fully aware as a parent there, and it's just I see people who are older start having kids. And it's like it drives them crazy because they don't have the same patience that you have in your 20s. When you get older, you have a lot of less patience for things.
Yeah.
You start getting older, you're like, well, I ain't got time to conversate with you if you ain't got nothing good to say. You just shut people off in your 30s and in your 40s. I ain't got time for that. Anybody got time for that? So when it comes to your kids, it's like you can't just do that. You gotta, you've got to raise this kid. And I don't think I could do it now. I'm 37 years old and be 38 this year. I do not think I could raise another kid.
You couldn't raise a newborn right now.
I could if I had to, but I'm saying I don't want to.
You don't want to change diapers?
No, sir. Every time I hear a baby, and don't get me wrong, I miss my kids being little. I miss the fun things. And me and my wife has talked about that. We don't miss having babies. We miss but luckily, all my little nieces and nephews or my cousins and stuff, they're having babies. So I can pick a baby up whenever I want to. And hey, all that stuff.
And it's too expensive to raise kids right now.
It is very too expensive. And it's kind of like you add another bill on us financially. Because it's like, it's going to cost money over the next so and so years. And I'm at the point my kids are costing less and less money as the day goes on. They're getting more self-sufficient. So I'm to the point like, hey, me and the old lady, we've been mom and dad this whole time and, whatever. Now we're starting to honeymoon. Like we're starting to go do things. We're going to concerts. We're going to this and that. When they were little, they went everywhere with us. And now they're old enough where mom and dad's lame. Totally cool. We're going to a concert this, Saturday. And they're like, all right, we're going to stay home.
Yeah.
Cool. Totally cool. So now we're back to it's like we're dating again. It's me and her going every which way.
And you're only 37. You're not 60.
Yeah, I don't want to be 60 and be trying to do, well, eventually we're going to try and get to go somewhere. We just went to Miami. And, of course, we take them places. We're taking them to Disney World later this year. So, we still do stuff with them. But now it's like we're dating all over again. And I'm enjoying that. I would hate to start all over now with the diapers and stuff. If I, in a restaurant, in a plane, at a graduation or anything, don't get me wrong, I watch kids for a living for we ain't trying to. We're just having fun now, and I just can't do it. Every time I hear a baby crying, it's more just like that is birth control for me. That's my reminder. Like, nah, I can't do it because I ain't trying to hear that. It's something else. Let us know what y'all think. What age do you think? And I know there are people out there that are killing it, raising kids in the 30s and 40s.
Someone said I'm 60 raising my grandson.
Okay, well, that wasn't your doing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that, and I don't want to say hate it for you, but I feel for you, big dog, because I couldn't imagine being 60. Let's see, he's 60. That'd be what, 65? So he grew up in the 70s and in the 80s and stuff.
That's why I love that saying, raise your kids, spoil your grandkids.
Yeah.
Spoil your kid, raise your grandkid.
When my son turns 18, we leaving them the house keys and we gone. Don't look for us. Don't y'all figure it out. No, I'm playing. But yeah, I feel for you, big dog, man. 60, raising a 9-year-old, especially a 9-year-old. It's gonna be in the tweens. Oh, and everything's bruh. Everything you're chopped, bruh. Let us know what y'all think. 286-6642. We got your national days, notable birthdays, and memorable events coming up in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned for that. Don't forget, we got trading lines coming up at 8:30. Here's Darius Rucker, comeback song.
My daughter passed away. Oh, man.
Sorry to hear that, Steve. But I feel for you. Like, it just, good morning, little Debbie's.
What's up, little Debbie K? What's up, Ashley? Good morning. Good morning.
Cassie said, "No more children for me." Laugh out, having all the laughing faces for me. I told her, I got you. Like, and Jay's what?
40. He had me at 27, 7 plus
47.
So he's 46.
Okay. So that's not bad because I'm going to be 44 when my son turns 18. So it's
Nice.
like, you know, that's the era. It's like, okay, you want to. That's kind of where I, you know,
This is KBEL.
you should be. No, won't do it. Can't. I know it exactly. Can't do it. Just in from, it's a challenge, but I'm accepting it. Hey, man, more power to you, man. Sorry to hear about your daughter. Like that's just something you can't control and stuff. But like I said, I feel for you because I know it's the lingo, trying to get the lingo down and just the different times. And that's what I mean is like I grew up in a different time.
Nice.
I raised my kids up in a different time before what it is today. Today is a whole different time frame of when I had my two kids when they were babies. And it's a total culture shock. Micah, you keep looking at the coffee like it's sus. Man, this coffee's good, man. It's I put too much of the stuff in there, so I gotta keep. Matter of fact.
Yeah. Talk to you later. Bye. Do we got this Oklahoma News Network?
Oh, yeah. Casey said Mike's out.
Oh, man, frick it, bro.
Steph said, "Oh, Oran, the man you are."
Bro.
The man you are.
Okay, Micah with the fresh cut, Steve.
You see me?
You see, bro? Mike, you keep looking at the coffee like it's sus.
I keep putting too much in the deal, so I keep like having to, but then I put some more water in there to pick up all the stuff at the bottom.
Yeah, the second our mics go out, please let us know.
That was Darius Rucker with Comeback Song. Stay tuned. You're listening to 96.7 KBEL. We got your own in network.
They're out now. Bruh. All right, did you press that button? Just press it. It'll turn green. Looks like yours is out. Oh, there it is. Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Yeah. Like to cut G. Appreciate it. Y'all want to tell you when the mics drop? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's payday.
What is that sound, bruh? No. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mics are at, bro, I know. They were like $50 too. I just don't think I charged them, maybe.
Teacher picks me and my friends up in the boat and we go to school. I wear a life jacket because I can't swim. In the boat with teacher, we're not afraid. We sing and dance. At school,
They're back. All right, cool. Facing 17 years, lost license.
I love my
Who is you?
She makes me smart. I study every day because I want to be a teacher like her.
We're getting compensated today? What? We're getting compensated today?
Yup. I need more coffee. Get that, the rise, they got mushroom coffee.
They didn't ask for input from parents or students or the community.
I didn't know. Let me get some, bro, please.
Go ahead. I got a subscription and stuff. So. I got another bag in my bag. It's like a monthly deal. But I only drink it here, so.
Bro, the mushroom coffee plug. Did y'all hear about the doctor in Florida who removed patient's liver instead of spleen? Killed patient? Bro.
Golly.
Let's talk about it. No.
It's Oran, Jackson, Micah, Frazier coming to life. Your favorite morning show. Don't forget training lines. It's got the light on.
Welcome Welcome back to the show. It's Oran Jackson and Micah Frazier live on 259 Morning Show. I just stepped outside. It's going to be a great day.
Yes, sir.
Sun shining.
It's beautiful.
Few clouds out there.
Feels good to see the sun again.
It does.
So apparently it is true. We had somebody ask us about this surgeon in Florida. So this is, folks, this is what makes it so dangerous. You know, you got the mommy makeovers and you see them now more than ever nowadays. These liposuctions, you know, all this other stuff to lose weight and stuff. And you know, if it's a health risk, like right now, if you were at health risk of losing your life because you were that much overweight, then if it's you to save your life, you needed the surgery. I'm not knocking that, but you know, there's so many people just willing to go under the knife to fix something cosmetic without, you know, working out or, you know, anything like that, of actually doing the actual work to just get rid of the part of the, you know, the cellulite and stuff that you don't like. But here's something to think about. Florida surgeon charged with manslaughter after allegedly removing patient's liver instead of spleen, causing fatal blood loss. Can you imagine that? Like, what is going on with that? That's something you got to think about. That goes back to why I don't want to be an organ donor. Like, at the end of the day, yes, these doctors can work miracles. And, you know, they can save lives. They do save lives. But at the end of the day, they're human. And human failure will let you down every time it gets a chance. So if that doctor just had just couldn't sleep the night before and he's just out of it and he removes your liver instead of spleen, you got to pay for it.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, there's nothing you don't wake up. like you went to sleep, said goodbye to everybody, you know, you knew, and then that was it.
The patient did pass away.
Yes. Like, is that not correct? Like, imagine your significant other going in to remove their spleen because, you know, whatever, and they remove their liver and this, I'm sorry, they passed away because, you know, we removed the wrong body part. Like, what? Like, bro, I can show you on a frog what the difference between a liver and spleen. Like, come on now. Like, how many surgeries have you done? Was this the first? I mean, it's an older guy too. But
the doctor was an older guy?
Yeah. Let's see. Dr. Thomas Shavnosky was charged with second-degree manslaughter after allegedly removing the liver from 70-year-old Bill Bryan of Muscle Shoals, Alabama in 2024.
It was an accident though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just, I mean, the guy just pulled the wrong body part out. Like,
how close is the spleen from this? What is that, a spleen?
The spleen
from the liver?
Well, your liver's right here. Your spleen's usually in the back. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, the liver is like right here, like right under, like right here, right in front of your lungs and stuff. And you know, that's why, like,
I wonder if he was an organ donor.
and that could be it. That's what I mean. Like when that's why I am just ruining my organs on my own, because you know, there is no chance you're getting this organ. You know, my lungs is bad, my liver is shot. Like kidneys, soda all day, man. You know how many Coca-Colas I've had in this lifetime? It's a salt mine in there. Like you ain't getting none of this. So there ain't no point in me being a donor. Not to say that doesn't save lives. I just don't want to. I don't want them to pull the plug too early to save somebody else. Like, come on now. I'm still fighting over here. You're listening to 96.7 KBEL. It's time for your national days, notable birthdays, and memorable events. Today is the last day of April, the last day of being a fool. April 30th, it's National Honesty Day. Oh, so we get to lie on April 1st. But today we're being honest. And if we're being honest, that doctor, I mean, what kind of doctor doesn't know the liver from the spleen? I mean, they look totally different. Like if you've ever took anatomy and stuff, I mean, that's like saying they took out the lungs when he was supposed to take out the heart. Like come on. Like, come on, bro. In spirit of total transparency, we've had a blast reinventing these emails this month. Honesty is the best policy. The truth is we're just getting started. Happy Honesty Day. And what's up, Doc? Happy National Bugs Bunny Day. We're celebrating the world's most famous rabbit and his 80 years of outsmarting the competition.
Oh, you're looking for Bugs Bunny bunting. Duck is gonna hunting just to get a rabbit skin, but now the rabbit's gonna get what you got. What's cooking? Hey, look out! Stop! Hey, oh, shotgun. What you got?
Happy birthday, or it's National Bugs Bunny Day. So go out there and show your grandkids the old rabbit that outsmarted Elmer Fudd. This Gus wants to know, what does that have to do with organ donation? Look the conspiracies up, bro. I'm gonna just do your research. You know, ain't that do your research. It's also National Hairstylist Appreciation Day. Shout out to the barber, Fonzarelli, down there at Genesis Plaza. Who you got? Hairstylist, hair barber, anything. I'm calling barbers everything.
Shout out JP the barber.
There you go, man.
I mean, right. Shout out to Brinley Snyder over there in Sage and Stone.
Killing it out there. Y'all have a great day. Give your hairstylist some appreciation today. Shout them out. Buy them lunch. You know, send them a client. That's the best thing you can do, is send them somebody new to where, you know, they got a new client list, new clientele. It's National Oatmeal Cookie Day and National Raisin Day. Whether you think raisins belong in cookies or they are chocolate chip imposters, today is their day to shine. Now, there are oatmeal cookies and there's oatmeal raisin cookies. Which do you fall in?
The raisin cookies.
Raisin cookies all day, man.
What's
something about it, like, it's just delicious. Dad put me on a Raisin Bran back in the day, and I've never looked back. Cereal, like, I've been called an old man for many a years because I chose Raisin Bran over all the Fruity Pebbles and all this stuff, because for some reason you put raisins in cereal or in a cookie and it's just good. It's National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day. If you've been looking for a sign to find a new best friend, this is it. And go save those pets, because, you know, in reality, the dog catchers, they claim to be saving these dogs, right?
Yeah.
But 2 weeks later, if ain't nobody picked them up, you know, it just kind of, it's kind of, are you really saving them? I don't know. You decide. Go adopt that pet before their doomsday. It's National Preparathon Day. It's all about being ready for the unexpected, which is a pretty good motto for life. Let's see, your national birthdays for April 30th. Mary Dimmock Harrison, 1858, the 23rd First Lady of the United States. That's all she did, was marry President Benjamin Harrison. She had nothing to her name. She did absolutely nothing the whole time. She just married a man, and now we have to celebrate her birthday. Yeah. Mary Haviland Stilwell Cusel, the big name on this one, 1866 pioneer dentist who founded the Women's Dental Association of the United States. Now, see, two different Marys, two different lives. One did something, the other one just got hitched. Mabel Scott, 1915, gospel and R&B singer fondly remembered for her hit song, Boogie Woogie Santa Claus. Claude Shannon, 1916, engineer known as the father of information theory. Roger L. Easton, 1921, co-inventor of GPS. Yeah. Ellen Toffee Zwillich, 1939, the first woman composer to win the Pulitzer Prize for music. Yeah. Burt Young, 1940, actor fondly remembered for his role as Polly in the Rocky movies. Yeah. Bobby V, 1943, teen idol and pop singer. Yeah. Kirsten Dunst, 1982, multi-award winning actress in Bring It On, Spider-Man trilogies, and The Hidden Figures, to name but a few. Yeah. Your memorable events for April 30th. 1562, Jean Ribault and other colonists arrive in Florida, becoming the first French colonist in North America. Yeah. 1789, George Washington is sworn in as the first president of the United States. 1798, the Department of Navy is formed. 1812, Louisiana is admitted as the 18th state to join the Union. 1864, New York becomes the first state to charge for the hunting licenses. And we never looked back. 1889, George Washington's birthday, February 22nd, becomes the first national holiday in the U.S. Yeah. 1904, the ice cream cone makes its debut at St. Louis's World Fair. 1927, the first women's federal prison opens in the U.S. 1939, the World's Fair opens in New York. 1947, the Boulder Dam is renamed the Hoover Dam. And it's a good dam. 1952, Mr. Potato Head becomes the first toy to be advertised on TV. Mr. Potato Head, you can make a funny potato. And last but not least, 1973, President Nixon fires White House counsel John Dean in the midst of Watergate. That has been your National Days, notable birthdays, and memorable events. Yeah, stay tuned for Trading Lines. Get your calls in, 286-6642. Yeah. You're listening to Live on 259 with Oran Jackson and Micah Frazier. We'll send it back to Micah Frazier. Thank you very much, Kermit. That has been your National Days, notable birthdays, and memorable events. You stay tuned for Trading Lines coming up right after Choosing Texas with these Ella fellas. Here's Ella Langley.
Bro, finally I can breathe.
Dennis is listening, just thinking, what the Family Guy.
You know what, Dennis, I met Dennis the first time. The first thing he said to me was, I figured you'd be driving a truck. He was driving some old freaking Dodge Ram.
He's probably trying to sell it for you. Dennis was waiting for me to say, stay tuned for Trent. He had his phone ready.
Thanks.
And then we put the song.
Please, please.
Oh, now they said you have to do Stewie's voice.
Nice.
I can do a. I used to be able to do Cleveland Brown. Happy birthday, Bart Coral. Yeah. The day Dennis doesn't call, will you be concerned he's passed? We actually there's a Dennis Johnson, that's who that calls in, that y'all hear. There's another guy named Dennis with a TH Johnson that used to call in early in the morning and request songs and stuff. I used to think they were the same dude, but then when I started doing Trading Lines and stuff, I noticed it was two different numbers. So I asked him, he's like, no, that's two different guys. So the Dennis, the one that used to call in request songs, last month we noticed, we were like, oh snap, we haven't got a call from him in like a month and a half. And so we started like calling, like, anybody know Dennis? Like, hey, tell him we ain't heard from him in a while. Just checking on him and stuff. He called back like a week later. Just taking a break, just letting y'all breathe. And so yeah, it's when you got people like that that's just constantly on there and stuff. It's like you might not notice one day, or you might be like, well, Dennis didn't call in today. But then when it comes, a whole week, it's like, oh snap! I wonder if something happened. Crystal ball to see. Devil always finds a way to me. Drinking Jack all by myself. It's true from Texas, I can tell.
Come on, babe. Oh.
Fiber optics in place.
So, anybody remember the early 2000s websites that you could get on before they filtered the internet? The internet used to be wide open. Like, I don't even think there was a black or dark web. It was just you could find anything. eMom's World, Rotten.com. I remember that one. StickDeath.com used to be the stuff. It was so crazy. LimeWire, Neopets, MySpace, Addicting Games, Ask Jeeves, People of Walmart. Like that was when like you could watch videos that people uploaded from the Afghanistan war or the war in Iraq. You could watch people be beheaded.
Whoa.
Like there was no filter. Now they have safe searches and they got stuff that'll block those kind of things. Early 2000s, man, the internet, you could find all of that. Every last bit of like because there were like soldiers and stuff uploading videos from overseas, and like you could watch. There would be people in these vehicles that had the night vision on them, and all of a sudden, that's where they're targeted. All of a sudden, you see, like one minute they're chilling in their ride, whatever. Gone. Yeah, I remember that site. Oran can't catch a break.
Oh, this Dennis.
LimeWire, MySpace, Dennis.
I know Dennis hears the radio. Like, why is he calling in?
Yeah. I mean, it's on the radio's on when he calls in. All right, let's. Now, Dennis, no, Oran Jackson. That job's gonna start it.
Dude, if he says that.
What about? That's about the only ones I know. Shockwave.com. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Let's look into what happened earlier this week. On Monday, Idaho High School baseball team fell at Hugo 7-2.
Candy Stand. I vaguely remember Candy Stand.
Idaho High School boys golf team finished 8th in ticket standings. At Wolf Mountain Golf Course investor Trey Durant just disqualified for state by.
Yeah, like bro, you could watch all that stuff. Like there was no filter on the internet. It's gonna good job being 8 minutes late. Well, I mean, for the last 10 minutes, we're not doing anything. We're like nobody calls. Like, Stacy, bro. All right, we get it, bro. You don't have to keep typing that. I mean, nobody even knows what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
It just keeps putting.
I mean, with all due respect, but Orange is always fire. We love him.
Like, bro, we get it, bro. Chill.
Bro, glazing,
bro. Desperate.
Bro, glazing my
Have
donuts.
some respect.
Bro.
All right. Let's
Don't
go
mock me,
look at what
Jesus.
Dennis has got to say.
Welcome back to Trading Lines. Get your calls in 286-6642. You'll be hanging out with Oran Jackson and Micah Frazier. Good morning. You're live trading lines. Hey, good morning, Dennis.
Stacy, I'll mock whoever I want. You're about to lose a follower. I was gonna block you anyway, so how about that?
We're trolling, Stacy. Don't get mad, bro.
Yes, I have a screen right here. I see everything you say. But when you comment, you flood the comments with that, and it's like, okay, bro, we get it. We get it. No answer is still an answer. Just know I see everything you type. I got it right here. Sometimes I'm usually waiting until we're off the mic so I can respond. So if I don't say anything yet, it's because we're on live.
That's 312-2880. We appreciate you calling. Have a good day. Thank you. Just like that, you can get your calls in 286-6642 if you have anything to buy, sell, or trade. And don't forget about those birthdays and anniversaries. If you know someone this week that has a birthday or anniversary, just give us a call, 286-6642. You can also text that number. And if you have an event, a community event you would like us to announce, you can call in, announce that yourself, or you can send that flyer into kbel967@yahoo.com. Or you can stop by and give it to us. We're located on the bypass in Idabel, across the street from the Museum of the Red River.
Yes, sir. And don't forget, Saturday, if the last, we got another call? Okay. Don't forget, if you still need some more crawfish, you just haven't got your fill the last 2 weekends, the third week in a row, we bring you crawfish, McCurtain County, down at the Broken Bow Amphitheater this Saturday, starting at 5 o'clock p.m. The Broken Bow Band Boosters Crawfish, of course. It's a fundraiser to support our band's programs. Delicious crawfish and fixings. Chef Tab Singleton will be doing the cooking. Live music, Broken Bow's high school jazz band will be performing as well. So go down there. The proceeds go to the band uniforms, instruments, and travel for the upcoming year. You don't want to miss it. Go get your crawfish. I see a lot of people on Facebook talking about, when's crawfish season? When's crawfish season? It's now. 3 weeks in a row, there has been a crawfish sale. And maybe you had to work or you had to go out of town last week. But now you got one more chance to go get you some crawfish Saturday, May 2nd at 5 p.m. down at the amphitheater in downtown Broken Bow. And don't forget, we got the Health Expo for the McCurtain Memorial Hospital this Saturday as well, starting at 9 and ending at 1. But don't forget, they have a 5K race, a color run, I believe. Registration starts at 8 o'clock, and the 5K starts at 8:30. And they're supposed to have all kinds of vendors, food trucks and whatnot, free screenings, health screenings if you'd like. And don't forget that me and Oran Jackson will be here from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. live on the air for Ask a Lawyer Day. And we will have Don Shaw and Ken Farley.
Ken Farley.
I about said Kevin Fowler. Is a country or red dirt artist. But we will have Ken Farley and Don Shaw here answering your questions. So be sure to tune in, set the time, set your alarm and everything. Saturday morning. I know you'll just now be going to bed at 5 in the morning, but just set your alarm. We'll be here 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. answering or asking the lawyers the questions for free consultation. So be on the lookout for that.
We'll be live on all social medias as well.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we got a text message. This person has a 1996 Ford Mustang. It's a Cobra 5. It's a Cobra 5-speed. For pictures or information, you can call or text 2111. That's 212-2111. Good morning. You're live on Trading Lines.
Also want to remind everybody that the KIV Micah has a rally this weekend, and there'll be several list vendors out there for that. If you have any questions, and I also got the local honey available.
Why ask a lawyer when we have Oran?
Well, and if you have any questions, call me at 580-305-9405. Yeah, have a blessed day.
Yes, ma'am. That's 306-5405. Thank you for calling. Bye. 45 minutes after 8. We got to take a quick break here. Do not leave. We'll be right back.
Hello from New Zealand.
What does coffee make me locked in for a...
I'm telling you, like it changes your whole day. Like it never. It's kind of like alcohol. It just kind of sneaks up on you. You just start realizing that, hey, I'm a little bit more awake. Like I'm a little bit more.
Put half a scoop just in case I need that poop.
What's up, BB?
Half a scoop so I don't poop.
I need to try some. Yeah, that Rise coffee. I don't know about the other ones because they got different brands, but for sure, Rise coffee. If you need energy drinks and all that every morning and stuff, try the Rise coffee because this, for me, I don't drink. I drink energy drinks because I like the flavor. They very rarely do anything.
You drink energy drinks? What kind?
Here and there, just I love regular Red Bull.
Okay.
Just regular, but I do like the white, the yellow, pretty much all Red Bulls. It's the electric people or whatever.
I low key gotta use the restroom now. Bro, that was quick.
Those Debbie's, you see what she put?
What she said?
The toilet.
Bro, I need one of those.
Good old coffee buzz. Yeah, but it's not caffeine. It's like much, and it's supposed to help with like your gut health and all that stuff like that. Liver health, which is what I need.
It's clearing me out. Nicotine and caffeine, bro. If you utilize nicotine and caffeine correctly, it's like a miracle drug.
Y'all
swear. Empty stomach too. Empty stomach, nicotine and caffeine, bro. You're locked in.
Like, and I haven't had like the shakes, like the you alcoholic, like a like an energy drink. I did that one time.
Welcome back to Trading Lines. Get your calls in 580-286-6642. You've been hanging out with Oran, Jackson, and Micah Frazier.
Yes, sir. Don't forget to get those birthdays in tomorrow. We will call the winner and get them their prize.
Good morning. You're live on Trading Lines.
Hey, thank you very much. I'm gonna do coffee at home on off days. Try it one time. It's pretty good.
Again, that number is 312-2262. We appreciate you calling, man.
Thank you. You have a great weekend as well. I missed her. She didn't.
She said, "Man, freak Micah, bro."
I didn't want to cut her off though. It sounded like she was gonna. So I was gonna say it after she said it, but I was gonna let her talk first. But she hung up on me. So it is what it is. I'm used to it. I grew up in the '90s.
You used to get hung up on?
Yeah, used to. My whole life.
You used to women hanging up on you?
Yeah, all day throughout the '90s, 2000s.
At least you're honest. Good morning. You're live on Trading Lines. Anus.
Louise Amos.
Ooh.
99. All right. Well, happy birthday. Happy 99th birthday to Louise Amos. We got her on the birthday list. Thank you very much. You have a great day. We got 6 names on the birthday list right now.
Hey, shout out. This is early. Shout out to my mom and dad. Their anniversary is tomorrow.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Anniversary. We gotta go ruin it for them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. You saw that too? I'm gonna go start an argument between my parents.
Like, bro, did you hear? Just make something up. It's very easy to do.
It's very easy to cause problems nowadays.
Because you have no idea. Like, when you've been married for so long, they both have things that they know grinds each other's gears. Like it just like your mom has something that it just kind of gets on your dad's nerves, but they don't argue about it, but it's just like she knows he don't like. So whenever they do argue about stuff, it's just like that's the first thing they go to, and vice versa with the dad. It's just that's kind of how you fight without fighting in a marriage. It's just, I don't like onions. Why'd you put this in the soup? Why is there so much onions in it? Well, I felt like having onions. Sorry you don't like onions.
I swear I've heard that exact conversation before.
Get your calls in 286-6642. We got 10 minutes left before we start doing karaoke.
We'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in.
Tell her to go hop in the Mustang.
I know, I swear, I thought she said that was her last name.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh, is that what you said?
I was like, what?
The anniversary coming up this year. Nice. I call it in pandemic. The other guy. You did what? Little Debbie's? Oran was confused.
Good morning. You're live on Trading Lines.
Cedar post sale for $200 and call that 579-6579.
That's 579-6579. We appreciate you calling. Yeah, have a great day.
So now is a good time. I think the guy with the Playboys needs to call in and let us know if he found anything out about if he's got that one that everybody's looking for from 1977. If the centerfold is still in there, like that now would be a good time. What was he wanting? Like $3K for it? Or how much was he wanting? Was it $3K for all of it?
Yeah, what do you have? 300?
Something like that.
300 Playboy magazines.
Yeah, because we was like, that's like $10 a piece.
No, he was asking 3,000.
3,000, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so.
Wait, that's what you just said, right?
Yeah. What's up, New Zealander? Get your calls in 286-6642, or we've been to Kermit's coming back online on air.
You know the girl that hung up on you?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. She texted. She said, sorry, guys. Didn't mean to hang up. No worries.
No worries, no worries. I'm used to it. I grew up in the 90s and 2000s. Chicks hanging up on me all the time, left and right. Story of my life,
So did you have a house phone?
I did. 420-7162. I haven't used it in 20 years, maybe even more, but you never forget your home phone number.
Like it was like connected on a long string?
Yeah, little,
Yeah.
kind of like, this or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, on the wall. It was always on the wall. Like ours was on the wall. Yeah. And it was like, what's your phone number? From the life of me, you just remember that because there was no cell phones. So, they was like, you need to know your phone number in case something happens on it. 420-7162. And I think it's somebody else's now. because mom and them had a phone number and or a home line and so long. But yeah, I want to say I called it one time. Somebody answered. I just called it just to do it. But you never forget if you grew up in the when landlines was still a thing. You never forget your home phone number.
This person has an Elite Joystick electric wheelchair for sale, $400. They also have a Pride electric wheelchair scooter for $700 or best offered. And you can make an offer at 212-5764. That's 212-5764.
Little Debbie's snacks, or Little Debbie cakes, big timing if you had a cordless phone.
Good morning. You're live on Trading Lines. Whoa.
Another chick from the 90s hanging up on me. It used to be so satisfactory, Oran Jackson. Like now, you get mad. Let's say you and like Jalen, y'all just like at each other's throat, and you're just like, well, forget you. And you're like, forget you. Beep. You used to be able to slam that mug down. Forget you. Bing! Like
you can aggressively like push it with your fingers.
Yeah. And see, they messed us up because the Motorola Razors come out in the mid 2000s. Everybody had those. And if you had them on speakerphone or the flip phones, if you had them on speakerphone, you could flip it. Like, forget you. Like, hang out, you break up with the old girl. But then if you had it on speaker, it would stay on speaker. So if you started talking, I can still hear you.
Good morning. You're live on Trading Lines. Hey.
Justin Bieber?
This ain't Coachella.
We usually do, but we could probably play some Biebs for you, but we're done taking requests today. We're just doing Trading Lines right now. So 7 to 8 all day. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. You call in all day, but I'm a believer. Okay, hey, tomorrow morning we got him. Oran, you are sexy. That's me saying that, not him. We appreciate you. Thank you for calling. You have a great day. Bye-bye.
All righty then.
Sometimes the crazies could call in,
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Good morning. You're live on Trading Lines.
And I have got one eagle.
Said the mics.
And I have got some laying in and some lambs and kids that are ready to go. And my number is 212-0578.
Again, the number is 212-0578. We appreciate you calling.
Thank you. You too. Set our mics around. Are we going to get your calls in? 286-6642. You know what? That was our first crazy caller or something. I always see Jay and them. They got get them all the time. Sometimes I was one time, but it's just we're moving up now. We moving up in the world. We got crazy people calling and just saying all kinds of whatnot.
Well, 3 minutes left until the top of the hour into our vinyl revival segment. Taking a couple more calls. Until then, good morning. You're live on Trading Lines.
I think your mic's out. All right, we got Neva Masters, one of our avid listeners here on 96.7 KBL.
Yeah, well, I think we said Friday Eve.
Yeah, Friday Eve, and we do the list tomorrow, or the birthdays tomorrow. All right, no problem. You do the same.
Wait, is today Friday?
It should be Friday. It is a crime that we have a Thursday.
Yeah.
It should be a 4-day week.
She got me confused.
I would not be mad if we just went to a 3-day calendar Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No work.
I'm gonna call in and say some wild stuff. Please don't do that. Good morning. You're live on Trading Lines. Oh my gosh, brother. We got kids listening.
That is a felony.
We are reporting that number.
Yeah, we gotta report that number.
It's a law day, so I got some questions about you, brother.
Check that guy's phone.